Here's what happens when raw talent collides with relentless ambition under the bright lights of professional tennis. Toronto. Wednesday evening delivered a masterclass in modern tennis evolution as Ben Shelton, the 22-year-old American sensation, dismantled fellow countryman Taylor Fritz with surgical precision, claiming a decisive 6-4, 6-3 victory in just 78 minutes at Toronto's Sobeys Stadium. But this wasn't just another semi-final win. This was Shelton announcing his arrival at tennis's elite table. The victory catapults Shelton into his maiden ATP Masters 1000 final, a breakthrough moment that has tennis insiders buzzing about whether we're witnessing the emergence of American tennis's next superstar. Currently ranked 7th in the world, Shelton's meteoric rise has been nothing short of spectacular, and this performance might just be the defining moment that separates him from the pack. Masters tournaments have been my Achilles heel, the one category where I've consistently fallen short, Shelton candidly admitted post-match. Breaking through this barrier and finally securing my first significant Masters run feels absolutely electrifying. But here's where it gets controversial. The build-up to this clash carried serious emotional weight. These two Americans hadn't faced each other since their 2023 encounter at Indian Wells, where Fritz emerged victorious in a grueling 3-set battle during his eventual tournament triumph. Back then, Shelton was essentially a tall rookie, wide-eyed and learning. Fast forward 2 years and the dynamic has completely shifted. The evening started with unexpected drama when a 15-minute technical delay involving the electronic line cooling system forced both players off the court. Some might argue this disruption could have derailed Shelton's momentum, but the young American seemed to thrive on the uncertainty, a telling sign of his mental fortitude. And this is the part most people miss about Shelton's game, his ability to transform pressure into performance. When he faced 2 early breakpoints in his opening service game, most players might have crumbled. Instead, Shelton unleashed a blistering 180-mile-per-hour serve that Fritz couldn't even touch, followed by an incredible 15-shot rally where Fritz eventually cracked, sending his forehand sailing long. Shelton's tactical approach throughout the match was nothing short of brilliant. Rather than simply overpowering Fritz with his trademark serve and volley style, he demonstrated remarkable court intelligence, consistently forcing Fritz into defensive positions behind the baseline. His strategy of mixing deep ground strokes with punishing slice shots echoed his previous round victory over Alex de Minaur, proving this wasn't just a one-off performance, but a calculated evolution of his game. The pivotal moment arrived at 4-4 in the opening set. Shelton began dictating rallies with an authority that seemed to surprise even the seasoned Fritz. 2 consecutive unforced errors from Fritz handed Shelton the breakpoint opportunity, which he seized with a stunning forehand winner that whizzed past Fritz's backhand side. The crowd erupted, sensing they were witnessing something special. My game plan centered on keeping Taylor constantly moving and off balance. Shelton explained his strategic thinking. I mixed up my playing style while staying within my comfort zone and maintaining rock-solid consistency. Tonight, my execution was absolutely pristine. The second set told an even more compelling story. Fritz's serve, which had been virtually unbreakable throughout the tournament, broken only 3 times in 4 previous matches, suddenly became vulnerable against Shelton's aggressive return game. This raises an interesting question. Was Fritz feeling the pressure of facing a younger, hungrier opponent? Or has Shelton's return game genuinely reached a new level? At 2-2, Shelton produced 2 extraordinary points lasting 16 and 14 shots respectively, showcasing the kind of patience and tactical awareness that typically takes years to develop. The breakpoint itself was a thing of beauty, Shelton drew Fritz forward with a clever short ball, then executed a perfect lob that left the crowd gasping in appreciation. Shelton, feeding off the energy, gestured for even louder cheers, clearly sensing victory within his grasp. The match's conclusion sparked its own controversy when Fritz double-faulted on match point, his third service break of the evening, before dramatically smashing his racket in half. While some might view this as poor sportsmanship, others argue it perfectly captured the frustration of a player watching his compatriots surpass him on tennis's biggest stage. Shelton's celebration was understated yet meaningful, a knowing smile toward his team. Acknowledgement of the supportive Toronto crowd chanting "Let's go, Ben!" and the quiet satisfaction of achieving what many considered inevitable. At just 22, he becomes the youngest Masters 1000 finalist since Andy Roddick accomplished the feat in 2004. This victory automatically elevates Shelton to 5th in the live ATP rankings. But the real prize awaits in Thursday's final against Karen Khachanov. The Russian veteran earned his spot by surviving an epic 3-set battle against top seed Alexander Zverev, saving a match point before prevailing 6-3, 4-6, 7-6, 4 in nearly 3 hours. Khachanov brings Masters 1000 experience, having captured the Paris Masters title in 2018. Khachanov presents a formidable challenge, Shelton acknowledged with typical respect. He's incredibly solid from the baseline, serves with real authority, and possesses the heart of a true competitor. But here's the million-dollar question that has tennis fans divided. Can Shelton handle the pressure of being the favourite? Some argue his youth and fearless approach make him dangerous in any final. Others contend that Khachanov's experience and proven ability to win big matches give him the psychological edge. As one spectator shouted during Shelton's first-set service game, "This is your time." Whether that prophecy proves accurate remains to be seen, but one thing is certain. Ben Shelton has officially announced himself as a force in men's professional tennis. The stage is set for what could be the beginning of Shelton's dominance on the North American hard courts this summer. Win or lose, this tournament has already proven that the future of American tennis is in exceptional hands. What do you think? Is Ben Shelton ready to capture his first Masters 1000 title, or will experience triumph over youth when he faces Khachanov? And was Fritz's racket-smashing moment a sign of frustration or poor sportsmanship? The tennis world is watching, and the debate is just getting started.